Welcome everyone. Today we will discuss about solution. So the first thing, definition. A solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. So the most important point in definition of solution is that it is a homogeneous mixture. That means it is having uniform composition throughout, and as it is a mixture, then definitely at least two substances are mixed together. So in case of solution, two or more substances are mixed, but when they are mixed, then they are homogeneous in nature, which means they are having uniform composition throughout. Examples are soda water, lemonade, air, alloys, etc. Now soda water and lemonade, they are the examples of liquid solutions because they exist in liquid state. Air is an example of gaseous solution because air is in gaseous state, whereas alloys are example of solid solution because they exist in solid state. Then in solution, there are two components. When these two components are mixed, then the resultant is solution. So the one component is solute, the other component is solvent. Solute is that component which is present in lesser quantity, and solvent is that component which presents in larger quantity. Now let us discuss about them individually. Solute, the component of the solution that is dissolved in solvent and usually present in lesser quantity, is called a solute. So for solute, the two things which you have to remember is that first of all, it is present in lesser quantity, and this component of solution is dissolved in solvent. That means solute is that component of solution which is dissolved in solvent. Then solvent, the component of the solution that dissolves the other component in it and is usually present in larger amount, is called solvent. Now for solvent, the first thing which you have to remember is that it is present in larger quantity, which is the major component also you can say of solution. The other thing which you have to remember is that solvent is that component of solution which dissolves solute. So these are the two points for solute and solvent. So if you want to write their definition, or if you want to write notes on these, you can definitely write in your own language, but I also try to provide these things in as simple language as possible. So this is about solute and solvent. Now let us discuss some example. So first example let us take is that of sugar solution. In sugar solution, sugar is the solute as it is present in lesser quantity, and water is solvent as it is present in larger quantity, and also sugar is dissolved in water. Other very important example is tincture of iodine. In tincture of iodine, iodine is solute and alcohol is solvent, and iodine is present in lesser quantity and is dissolved in alcohol which is present in larger quantity. Now in these two examples, sugar solution and tincture of iodine, you are having one substance as solute and one substance as solvent. But in case of solution, two or more than two substances can be mixed to form solution. Then how it is possible? For example, lemonade. In case of lemonade, you see water is the solvent, but when it comes to solute, you are having two to three solute. For example, lemon juice or sugar or salt. So these are the 3 to 4 substances mixed to form solution. But in case of solution, solvent is the one substance. Solute can be one or more than one substance. I hope it is clear to you. Now let us discuss few uh, few categories. In that, as you can see, horizontally I have shown solute and their state, which is solid, liquid and gas, and you can see from top to bottom I have shown you solid, liquid and gas which are solvent. So in case of solid in solid solution, for example alloy, what are alloys? In case of alloy, what happens? It is a mixture of two or more than two metals, or sometimes non-metal also. So metals and non-metals which forms alloys, they both are present in solid state. That means solute is also solid and solvent is also solid, and that is why we can say that alloy is an example of solid in solid solution. The next one is when solvent is liquid and solute is solid. Then you are having lot of example, or you can say most of the examples you will find that it falls in this category. Salt or sugar dissolved in water, then copper sulfate or potassium permanganate dissolved in water. So many different examples you will find, or lemonade, or you will be able to give lot of examples. Apart from that, when solute is in liquid state and solvent is already in liquid state, then the example is vinegar. I hope that you know vinegar. You can easily find this in your kitchen also. Vinegar, actually, in what happens in vinegar, solute is acetic acid, which is a very mild acid, so that is a solute, and this acid, to form vinegar, it is mixed with water. So water here is the solvent, as it is present in a larger quantity. Generally 95% of the quantity is that of water and 5% is that of acetic acid, but acetic acid is also liquid in state, and that is why vinegar is an example of liquid in liquid solution. Then gas in liquid solution, because here gas is solute, so cold drink. So you must have studied also, or you must be knowing about that in case of cold drink, carbon dioxide gas is dissolved at very high pressure. So here carbon dioxide gas is solute, which is gases in state, and solvent is in liquid state, and that is why cold drink is an example of gas in liquid solution. See, the way I am telling is very important. Solid in solid, or solid in liquid, liquid in liquid, and gas in liquid. The way I am saying is very, very important, and you should be able to give examples in each of the category. Then the last one is when solvent is gas and when solute is also gas. So the example we can give in this category of gas in gas solution is air. We know that air is a mixture of lot of different gases. The main components are nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, then some noble gases. So here solute is also in the gaseous state and solvent is also in the gaseous state in case of air, and that is why air is an example of gas in gas solution. I hope that it is clear to you. With just this small table, everything you should be easily able to understand, and these examples are also very easy to learn, because most of the examples you can see that I have given which you already know. So you just try to understand this table and try to understand the meaning of solid in solid solution, solid in liquid solution, liquid in liquid solution, gas in liquid solution, and gas in gas solution. What is the actual meaning of this, and what are the examples will fall in this category. So actually I have just listed these, and some of the blocks you can see that I have kept it vacant because that is not the part of your syllabus. That means that is not the part of ninth standard, and that is why I have kept it vacant. But if you are using some of the other books apart from NCERT, then in some of the books also you may find that some of the examples are listed in these. Some of the examples are listed for that also, which I have not given here, but that is not the part of your syllabus. For your knowledge, if you want to remember, if you want to study, you can definitely, but these are the important one which I have already shown you here in this table. So at least this much you need to learn, you need to understand. So for today only this much. Try to understand everything, because next time we will be discussing about properties of solution. Thank you.